What's going on, my people, and welcome back to His Rocks Movie Reviews. And today we're going to be discussing Fast 5, back from 2011. I feel like this was definitely the best action flick in the series, especially in that year, 2011. I feel like Fast 5 is one of the best action heist films of all 5 movies. And to me, the film series of all time. Basically, this movie is the standard. This film reunites all the actors from the previous films. This film was basically the Avengers of the Fast and the Furious franchise. This movie I can see over and over and over and over again. It's that fun. It's that unique to see on screen. I think the chemistry comes off very natural with all the characters, starting with Vin Diesel, Paul Walker, Jordana Brewster, Michelle Rodriguez. Obviously, if you saw the other films, especially the last one, you know that she's not in this one. Tyrese Gibson, who's the comedic relief, hands down. Ludacris Bridges, who's amazing as well. I love the return of Matt Schultz in this. Sun Kang as Han. We get the introduction of Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, in this film, and I think he kills it. I think he was a great addition to this film. I think without him in the film, it would have been a typical Fast and the Furious movie. But I think he definitely he excels this film by a lot. We get the return of Gal Gadot, as we got the introduction of her in the last film. Tego Calderon and Don Omar, two of the biggest names in the reggaeton world at the time, and still legends. And man, the gang is all here. You know, the cast from all previous installments definitely helped kick off this movie. The director brings all the new actors in this cast and crew. Also, you have the introduction of Joaquim de Almeida, who is a Brazilian legend. He's been in a lot of movies. You know, I already spoke about Dwayne Johnson, what he did. And we get Thor's wife, Elsa Pataki, the beautiful Elsa Pataki in this film. And the script, the players, you know, the action scenes, the picture quality of this film, the cinematography, the score, the plot, the story, you know, everything about this film is top notch. It's fucking awesome. And this film kicks ass in the best way possible. This is actually my favorite film in the franchise, hands down. And yeah, man, it has to be my favorite film in the franchise. You know, I think it's by far the highest grossing films, you know, up to date. And then obviously in the Fate of the Furious was, I think, the highest in that honor. But this movie, man, it's probably a movie that a lot of people didn't look forward to seeing. You know, even though the last one was epic, they were like, "Oh, how can you top that one?" And they topped it. You know, if you like any of the other Fast and the Furious movies, this is the one to see. This is the epic movie, and you know, without spoiling anything, you have to wait till the end. You're gonna be mind blown. The way they just put everything together and then they reshape it, repackage it, bring it to you and say, you know what, there's more to see. I just love the way they do that in this film. Fast 5 picks up literally where the Fast and the Furious 4 left off. You have Dom is on his way to prison with his partner, former undercover detective, you know, Brian O'Connor, played by the marvelous Paul Walker, and his sister Mia. You know, they stage a daring, highly unlikely prison break as he's on this bus on the run from the police and the FBI and the media. And the three hightail this bus across the border and head even further south, all the way to Rio de Janeiro in Brazil. They decide to lay low, and avoid any unwanted attention. Yeah, right. Crazy? That's all they have in this film, attention. But they do what any, you know, international fugitive would do, you know. They rob a train, they double-cross a local crime lord, played by Joaquin, named Hernan Reyes. I liked his character a lot. and his right hand man Zizi, played by Michael Irby, who was amazing. If you know anything about Michael Irby, he is an awesome actor. You know, awesome. Right now he's in the Mayans, and he's killing that. And they put themselves on the radar of this ludicrous, muscle-bound U.S. diplomatic security service agent, played by The Rock. And, they set out to steal these untold millions from Reyes, as he keeps, I think, about $100 million in this safe. And, yeah, that's right. They try to steal $100 million from this guy. And, not anyone will be foolish enough to go into their territory, into their country, and try to steal this. But, they do. This Fast and the Five movie boasts incredible action, man. The scenes here are ridiculous. And they're all varied and equally exciting. This film is full of clean, well-choreographed shots that are easy to watch, easy on the eye. And the cast works great as a whole unit, making the film's running time go by like a breeze. This movie is about 2 hours long, and honestly, it feels like it's 45 minutes long because it goes by so quick. Because it's so just action filled, the story just moves on. And this heist in Rio de Janeiro was amazing. Very energetic, high octane, brilliant. The film was brilliant, and it was smart. And the action was very entertaining in this. It was very fun. The fight scenes between Dwayne, The Rock Johnson, and Vin Diesel were tremendous. It was so realistic. The chemistry between those two, even though now, we know in real life they don't really get along too well, but god damn, they really put it out on the table in this one. And I was happy that they put someone like The Rock in the movie that was so smart and so even to, Vin Diesel. Luke Hobbs, as a diplomatic security service agent, he had tracked down Dom, and his crew, to me, was awesome. He did a brilliant job in this action-packed sequel. Just delivered again, in this action-packed, story-filled sequel. Not only was the acting great, but this movie was full of cars, and the shootings in this film, like I told you, top notch. Vin Diesel, Paul Walker, Dwayne Johnson lead this, all-star action movie with outrageous stunts, incredible cars, beautiful women, as we see in every movie. It's even hard to mention because it's like you already know what's gonna go on in the film. And what I like is that this movie pushes its limits to red and beyond. The legendary Dom Toretto, he not only partners with Brian O'Connor in various films, and he's not always on the opposite side of the law, but in this film, they're basically hunted by this ruthless agent and an army of corrupt cops working for, this deadly drunk kingpin. And I love the way that Toretto and O'Connor reunite the gang, little by little, piece by piece. And, the guys from the previous installments actually get a lot of time to shine here equally. And I love that. It made this movie not just a heist movie, made it an adventure movie like no other. The tagline of this was to pull off that one last job, and insane heist worth about 100 mil between 8 people. This movie is 5 times the action, 5 times the fury, and it's gonna cost you nothing now on streaming services to go watch. I love this film to death, and love how they were planning to rob a police station. The first half of the movie started off a little slow, but the second half was fast-paced, entertained with a lot of action, and then the third half just takes you on this exciting ride. I love everything about this film. I love it to the point where it was 2 hours long, and I feel like it could have added 20, 30 minutes. When developing Fast Five, Universal Studios deliberately departed from the street racing theme prevalent in the previous films in the series to transform the franchise into a heist action series involving cars. By doing so, they hope to attract wider audiences that might otherwise be put off by this heavy emphasis on cars and car culture. And believe it or not a lot of people, including myself, believed that would work. But God, was I wrong? Many people were wrong, because Fast Five is considered the transitional film in the series. It's considered that film that takes us to where we are now with this franchise. Featuring only one car race and giving more attention to action set pieces such as the gunfights, the brawls, the tension, and the heist of this $100 million story. The production mounted a comprehensive marketing campaign, which was fun to watch. Marketing the film throughout social media, virtual games, cinema chains, automobile manufacturers, and even at NASCAR races. So this movie was definitely the most entertaining. The fifth time they pulled the last job, but so far the best and the most entertaining of the series. So definitely go watch it. This movie to me was a 10 out of 10, easily. The first 10 out of 10, with the last one being very close. So if you like this review, man, give it a like, hit the notification bell. And if you want more content from me, all you gotta do is subscribe. Look forward to seeing and hearing from you on the next one. Peace.